Hello, and welcome to the Chatty Chat podcast with your hosts, Rob and Yellow Chair. Looks good, doesn't it? Looks very good. Very Christmassy. We've got a little Christmas tree here. This is the final episode of any of our podcast stuff, other than Patreon stuff, for the year. And I thought I'd bring on a special guest, just the one time only. Why don't you come on in? She needs no introduction. She deserves no introduction. It's Demi.
Hello.
She's back.
Yeah, I've had some feedback that the podcast is shit without me.
Actually, you might notice that we've got uniforms. You can see that. It says, I'm Rob. I don't know how well that's showing up. And Demi says,
I'm Demi.
I'm Demi.
With our logo.
Yeah.
Thank you to Cameron and Alex.
Oh, jeez. This is a real train wreck of an episode.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, but actually this is better because there's two people here. But the audio is probably going to be really, really funky because our other mic, actually it was my microphone, stopped working. So
we're sharing a mic.
Yeah, we have to share a mic today.
I might need to get closer.
Yeah. But we're here. We like beer.
We're merry.
Yeah, we are merry. We're merry and we're married. Anyway, I hope to whatever higher being you worship, this is not your first episode. Because I'm so sorry.
And I pushed out a baby 5 weeks ago. So
yes, that's what Demi's been up to.
My brain doesn't really work.
Yeah, and I have been assisting where I can. I even had some milk installed into my breasts, but it didn't take. It just got a horrible infection. Yeah, so that's what we've been up to.
Yeah. And it's Christmas time, which everyone knows is just fucked. Yeah.
So yeah, we've been having a really fun time doing that stuff. Yeah. So for we normally do, as if anything's normal here, but we used to normally do the latest dailies for box office, but this time we're just going to do a recap of the top 10 movies of 2023. Just super quick. We'll go from 10 to 1. So coming in at number 10, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Haven't seen it. Not interested.
No.
It looks pretty mid. Elemental, which is
interested.
a bit of a surprise. Again, not interested. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. We went and watched that in the cinemas. That was pretty good. We did a review on that, didn't we?
I think we mentioned it in something.
In Chatty Chat.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it. The Little Mermaid, which I thought came out last year.
Yeah, I have absolutely no interest in that.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
What number's that?
6. Oh, yeah, sorry. So, Ant-Man 10, Elemental 9, Mission Impossible 8, The Little Mermaid 7, Across the Spider-Verse 6, which I think is pretty accurate. It was really good. We did an episode on it. I had a lot of problems with the ending or the fact that there wasn't one. And they reckon that the next one was going to come out in 2024, but I think it's more going to be like 2026, maybe. Yeah, it's going to take a while. 2025, sorry. Yeah. Fast X at number 5. It does not deserve to be there, but it's another one that just ended in the middle of a scene. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, at 4, which I think that's very, considering
I think it should be higher.
I think that considering the 3 movies above it, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Well, I'm looking at it and I think it should be up 1 and that should be down 1.
Well, coming in at number 3, Oppenheimer, which is a bit of a surprise, but I'm glad. It didn't quite crack 1 billion, but good on it.
What do you mean you're glad? That should have been number 2.
I mean that it was at least number 3.
Okay.
Like, I thought it would have been maybe top 10, maybe not, but it's done really good. The Super Mario Bros. Movie comes in at number 2 with 1.3 billion. And, of course, taking the crown for 2023 is Barbie.
Yeah, see, I think Barbie should stay where it is.
Yep.
Oppenheimer should be 2. Guardians of the Galaxy should be 3. And Super Mario should be 4.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But you're wrong.
Well,
because it should be Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Oppenheimer stays where it is, and Barbie stays where it is.
Oppenheimer stays where it is. I was almost going to say Oppenheimer should be 1.
It's a really good movie, but anyway.
It was my favourite movie of the year.
I don't want to say Me Too. Also, my phone's not on silent. I don't want to say Me Too because I feel like I'm forgetting something. Haven't seen Godzilla -1 yet, but apparently everyone reckons that, well, people that I watch say that it's like the perfect sequel to Oppenheimer because it's all about, the atomic destruction of the atomic bomb and all that kind of thing. So yeah, that's your top 10 list for 2023. I don't know if we'll ever end up doing a cash versus trash for 2023. We already did Barbie. I suppose we haven't done the lower one. We'll get around to it maybe.
What do you mean?
Well, how we have all the ones that we were doing, and then it's like 2021 and 2022.
Oh, yeah.
And then, as by the time we, like every year.
Yeah, I get what you
mean. You know what I mean? Like,
don't know if it'll be added to the list.
Yeah. Maybe one day. Anyway, that's that shit out of the way. Now it's on to us. So a lot of updates. Mostly, like, I guess, like 3 big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, number 1, just to get it out of the way, Fanfic Fridays did not happen.
Sadly.
We took that one out the back and shot it before it even had a chance. Just
for good reason.
Actually, not even that. It was more like just shoved the old coat hanger up there and took care of that because there's a lot of legalities that come with reading somebody else's fanfic, and if we were just gonna do like little snippets, yeah, that's one thing. But to read a whole thing out, yes, a lot of them do blanket statements of you can use this for whatever. That usually means like you're doing it for dramatic purposes, whereas we were more looking for a comedic thing. And I kind of personally, because it would have just been me doing it really, maybe you would have done 1 or 2. The whole time when I was looking into them, I was like, these are, people have put time and effort into these, and I would have felt pretty bad about
just trashing.
Yeah, just trashing them, because there's no nice way to go about it and be like, look at this shit. And
it's a shame because I would have loved to hear some.
There was some sexy, so much, and I say this not at all in a bad way, but 90% of the stuff I read was gay.
Yeah, of course.
Like it's just, people always say, or not people always say, when I was younger, and I would talk to my male friends, they would be like, you watch the girls doing stuff, the lesbian stuff? We'd be like, yeah. And then you ask girls if they watch gay stuff, and they're like, no. But clearly it's what they're into, because a lot of them were apparently written by women, and it was a lot of very, very homosexual stuff, like about as gay as it gets, which
I can imagine there's some like really gay One Direction fanfic.
I didn't even get that far. Most of it was Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that I think that was like 50% of the websites that I was looking at. And a lot of Star Wars, which I read one in full, and I was like, this is really well done. I'm not going to be able to read this and trash it. So yeah,
we tried.
Changed our minds on that one.
It was a good idea.
Yeah. That one I read, the Star Wars one, I'll just let you know, it involved the Mandalorian and is it Cobb Vanth? Whoever Timothy Oliphant plays. And it involved like because in that the Mandalorian can't let anyone see his face. So it involved like blindfolding and stuff like that. So yeah. It was
good stuff you guys are missing out on.
It was a good read. I won't lie. I was like, oh, yeah, this is well crafted. I can see where they were going with this, but
yeah, you have to be talented to do that.
Yeah,
you're making up a full story.
Yeah, I should have found some like pregnant Sonic ones. Some shit like that. But those people don't put out blanket statements to say, you can use this. They hide it. So, anyway, so that didn't happen. Then update number 2, big changes. Actual.
Sorry.
Fucking hell. Anyway, I just want to leave that big gap in there for our number 1 fan. Oh, we didn't say who made these.
Yeah, I did.
Did you say Cameron and Alex? Yeah. Cameron and his partner, Alex.
Yep.
Ali.
Number 1 fans.
Yes. Well, actually, he was only in the top 8%. He sent me his Spotify Wrapped, and it said he was in the top 8%, but we were his number 1 podcast. So send it out to us, whoever's in the top 1% or
would
even
love
5%. Yeah. So,
Yeah, who is that person? Tell us, please.
Cuba listens to us pretty regularly, and he re-listens, I think. But yeah.
Whoever was in the 1%, please reach out.
Cameron was giving me
We'd love to know.
some guff about long gaps in the last Chatty Chat that you weren't in.
It's okay, Cameron. I'm here.
Fuck
here
you,
to
Cameron.
rein him in.
You son of a bitch. Oh, while I'm on it, shout out to... Actually, I might put some distance between me saying fuck you, Cameron, and what I was about to say next. I'll circle back to it at the end. Anyway, where are we going with this? Oh, YouTube stuff. I'm leaving that gap in as well. YouTube stuff. So, I'm not going to muck around with moving the camera to show you can hear it. This piece of paper I've got here, like I'm the fucking Unabomber, just putting it on the wall. Just like, this is what I'm doing. What we're doing, but Demi's going to obviously still have more of a limited role within the podcast and stuff because baby.
Yeah.
But basically, we're going to be, one or both of us is going to make a YouTube short every single day next year. That's our New Year resolution.
New Year goals.
So there's every single day, 365, there's going to be at least one YouTube short and or TikTok. Well, everything will go on YouTube, but
you reckon you're going to do one every day?
Oh, it's not all going to be good.
Well, I suppose you could make like a bunch in one day.
Well, it's going to branch out. So at the moment, we just talk about movies and stuff. Yeah. But these shorts are going to be a lot of just me just being like, what about this? Exercise stuff, like I do my strength training and whatever. I'm planning to up that. In the group chat that I'm in with some mates, shout out to Operation Dad Bods. You know who you are if you're listening. We all put in what goals we wanted to do. So I'm just going to rattle those off now. There was, mine was to overhead press 150 kilos, which is easily the hardest. Well, actually, it's one of the 2 hardest things. Then there was someone wanted to deadlift 200 kilos and bench press
100 kilos for 5 reps.
No, that was one. That was one. It was bench press. It was bench press 150 kilos. Was another one. Run a marathon. These aren't in order. Run 10 kilometers and run 3 kilometers. Because we're all different, varying levels of fitness and strength and all that. And I said, I'm going to do them all. So I have to do everything.
Rob likes to set challenges for himself that he probably won't do.
Yeah, well, if you put it out into the world, then it helps you to actually do it. Because if you just keep it up here, then nobody knows if you succeed or fail. Mm-hmm. But
if you put it out there...
Well, like the Fanfic Fridays thing, we put it out there and it didn't work. So we got to take accountability, responsibility, whatever for that. So same as this. When I inevitably drop a barbell on my skull, 150 kilos of it, and I'm like, for the rest of my life, if I survive.
Don't joke about that.
That's what happens.
Well, just don't do that.
It's not a joke.
Well, don't do that.
Okay. That was not a joke. That is how I would sound. And even if I didn't, even if they're like, actually, you turned out to be fine, I'll be like, I fucking said it.
I'm saying,
I said that if I drop the barbell.
On your head.
I just won't then. So, there you go. I'm going to succeed. I just won't. My wife told me I'm not allowed to fail. Anyway, so there's going to be a lot of stuff to do with that. Is like building to that goal, those strength goals. So I've 3 or 4 of those are very like strong things on one, like that's strength, and then the rest is all fitness. So I've got to figure out where I'm gonna, because I can't just bang these out. I've got to focus one half of the year on strength and the other half of the year on fitness. So I think I'm going to start with fitness.
Yeah.
Lose some
Lose
kgs.
all that Christmas weight.
Oh yeah, I started getting this Christmas weight in, I don't know.
October?
Yeah, October 2011. The name of the channel is going to get changed, is another one.
Help us with ideas, because we can't fucking think of
Well,
shit.
I've got one at the moment, which I'm not going to say in case we change it, but
Okay.
change it and change it and change it, before we officially do it. But I've got one in mind. And yeah, the third and final big bit of news, I think we've talked about it.
We have.
But like, just to let everyone know, in April, we will be moving out of this house. So there might be a huge disruption to how that goes, but not those YouTube shorts. It's happening.
Yeah, you're going to have to bank some up.
No. Just whip out the phone and be like, well, you know what would be a good idea, guys? Curly fries, but they weren't curly. And everyone will be like, what the fuck does that mean? And then that'll spark some discourse.
Yeah, dumbest man alive.
Hey, you got if I was going to be the most something in the world, dumbest is, it's memorable.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you want to say anything else before you?
It's been a year, guys.
It's been a hell of a year.
We've been through a lot.
Yeah,
How long have we been doing this?
Since March
Last
year.
So
that's when we
over a
first
year.
uploaded, but
So like a year and a half?
yeah, nearly 2 years.
Huh?
Well, we really started in January.
We're not in March.
No, like we really started in January, but we first uploaded in March.
Yeah.
Like
nearly 2 years,
started working on things in January. So yeah, just shy of 2 years. So yeah.
Yeah, it's been a year.
We're
stuck with it.
we upped.
Yeah.
We increased episodes up until a month ago. We increased episodes. We went from 4 to 6. We invented Chatty Chat.
And our baby is awake, so that is my cue to go.
Oh, can you hear her?
Yeah. You've got earphones on.
Oh, yeah.
But hello and goodbye.
Happy holidays,
I'll
just to
see
stay
you
safe.
next year. Merry Christmas, guys.
And a Happy New Year.
Sorry, you got to listen to him on your own now. Bye.
Are you fucking serious?
Sorry.
Fucking hell. Oh, I can hear her now. It's just us again. Just me and you. She's gone now. You don't have to worry about her. I lied about Fanfic Friday, so I just wanted to keep it all for myself. That's my private time. That's mine. Just joking around. I'd share that with you guys. But there's not too much more to talk about. The audio quality might get better now, or who knows, I might make it worse. Sharing a mic is not ideal, but sometimes that's what you have to do. But yeah, so moving forward, as I said, going to be making more YouTube shorts and stuff like that, and going to be doing a lot more different things, like maybe definitely collaborations, but I don't know when that's going to start. But January and February are going to be pretty quiet. Don't have any real idea of how that's going to go with Demi being, looking after the baby. Our eldest son, his last day of kindy is today. So he's going to be home every day for, I don't know, like a month. So that's going to make it harder with recording times. And he's all good, but, it does impact these things. And, we're going to figure it out. So January and February are probably going to be pretty quiet, especially on social media. I know that at the moment we haven't posted anything other than I think Demi's posted a couple of Instagram things. Fucking, I don't know, like twice, maybe 3 times whenever we've uploaded a new episode. But yeah, I suppose I should talk about the 3 movies that I covered. If you haven't listened to those yet, covered Four Christmases, Elf, and The Proposition. And you might be like, The Proposition? That doesn't sound like an Australian Christmas movie. It's an Australian Christmas movie, so it's fucked. So yeah. And it's not just set at Christmas, because like I said in the review, deadline is set to be at Christmas on Christmas Day, and characters rush to get to a Christmas dinner where the finale of the movie takes place. So that makes it a Christmas movie, like a proper, legit Christmas movie. So yeah, it's pretty good. The Proposition beats the other 2 by a fucking country mile. Holy shit. Four Christmases is mid to the max. Elf is great, but there's nothing to really poke a stick at in that. But The Proposition, I love that movie. That's like it's like a what do you call it? Like a desert island kind of a movie. Actually, maybe not, because it's real grim and sad, but yeah, I don't know. It's really good. I highly recommend that one. The commentary track will be coming out this week. I know that will be after Christmas, but December doesn't end with Christmas, you fucks. So, yeah. I forgot to ask Demi what she's been up to. I know what she's been up to. She's been looking after a baby, but also we've both been watching Letterkenny. She'd never seen it before. I watched it all the way through for the first time last year. I'd just seen bits and pieces of it. Funnily enough, he may as well just be on the podcast all the time. Cameron told me to check it out because the YouTube channel Letterkenny Problems. So I watched the whole fucking show when I could get a hold of it. Then said to him, oh yeah, this bit. And he goes, oh, I've never actually watched it. So, that guy. Figure it out. But yeah. I've been playing a hell of a lot of God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, because apparently the only 2 words you can put with a Norse video game or movie or whatever is Ragnarok and Valhalla. But it makes sense because it's a free DLC, is set in Valhalla. Spoilers, I guess. But yeah. Finished Spider-Man 2. I don't even know if I talked about that on the last Chatty Chat. It was alright. I've heard it described as a very safe sequel, and I agree with that. It is, they don't take any risks, really. It's very polite, dare I say it, woke, but I feel like that term is kind of misused a lot of the time. I think it's just very safe in all directions. Like it doesn't take a stand on anything other than obviously horrible sludge creatures are bad and should be exterminated, and that's it. Everything else is just like everybody's just doing what they're doing. So, hopefully the third movie really brings it home and is as good as the first 2. Well, because when I say the first 2, I mean Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales. Because even I have a lot of problems with Miles Morales, like the game, and kind of the character in Spider-Man 2, but both of those are better than Spider-Man 2, because even though I had problems with Miles Morales, the game, I still found it to be much more memorable than Spider-Man 2. It was a bit lackluster, I must say. It happens. It's not the end of the world. It seems to be that way, though, that, there were some big changes, but usually, the second in a trilogy in games lately has just been and we'll just keep everything cruising, which, God of War Ragnarok really went against that and was just fuck it, 2 and 3 in 1, go for it. And then Valhalla, it's an epilogue, but it's it's like I haven't finished it yet, so I don't want to say it wraps up, but it certainly like recontextualizes and and all that kind of good stuff that my brain can't come up with the fancy words for. But it brings back a lot of old stuff because it's coming from Kratos' memory. And it's like a therapy session basically. It's really good. So yeah, that's pretty much everything we've been up to off the top of my dome. Yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. So yeah. Thank you very much for listening and watching all of this year and last year. We checked out our Spotify Wrapped, and I can't remember the exact numbers, but we got a huge wave of new listeners, especially on Spotify, which was very nice to see. It's good to see that we're having some steady growth, and we're very, very grateful to all of our fans out there. And hopefully we can continue that onwards and upwards into the new year and on forever. That would be amazing. So yeah, thank you very much for all the listens, the occasional like and comment and all that good stuff. And yeah, hopefully it continues, like I said. And if you want to reach us, we would love to hear from you. The best place to do that would be to email us at cashversustrashpod@gmail.com and check out our Facebook, which we don't really post on there much anymore, but our Instagram, mine is at @trash_Rob, and Demi's is, she runs the main account, so Cash versus Trash Pod. But if you message that one, you'll always get Demi. I very rarely check it, and you'll only ever get me if you message @trash_Rob. And what was I supposed to say? Oh, X. Well, I don't really post on Threads, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever other ones there are. If you don't celebrate, bar humbug, I guess. I don't fucking know. Happy holidays, happy merry time of the end of the year when everyone can just sit down and go, what the fuck is going on? And then drink until they forget. So that's what I like to do. That's what I'm going to do. Before I leave you, big shout out to Cameron, obviously for the shirts, which I fucking love. This fits really well. Don't be fooled. I am just fat. It is not anything to do with the shirt. It is very snug and the design. So I think we're going to turn his house into a sweatshop and just get him working. But also, shout out to Cam_Milne Physio, I think it's called. Shit, let me just track that. He graduated his physio course, degree. I'm just like, he's gonna listen to this and he's gonna be like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And you know what, man? You are absolutely right. So it is Cam_Milne_Physio. And yeah, so check him out. And even if you don't need to go to a physio in Bundaberg or Bargara in Australia, just look at his posts, because he is a modern day Viking as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, check it out. And who knows, maybe you'll even see me on his Instagram one day. Alrighty, thank you very much for listening and or watching. This has been the Chatty Chat Chat podcast. I have been Rob. Demi is left, so now it's just there's something red over there, I swear. The yellow chair and me. Ooh, shh. See ya.